What's up? What's up? How everybody doing? Hold on, y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Let me go ahead and get my post up. Always gotta send it to the blue sky. The blue sky. If you don't follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Blue Sky. Much appreciated. All right, got the post up. All righty. So today, I really just wanted to go ahead and dig deeper into the supply missions and the combat simulation. Wait a minute, they added a chapter? Oh no. I did not notice that. They added a story chapter, yo. By the way, in case you guys don't know, we had an update, which wasn't really an update because I don't even think the game updated. Well, yeah, it was a soft update or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, the point is new content. So we got the new event at the top right. I mean top left, I should say. Rhapsody Cortex. So I'm not touching that tonight. But we're gonna get to it. Speaking of events, let's talk about the last event. So remember, we did all the stuff, the hard mode, the normal mode. We did everything, right? Then we got to the challenge mode. And I was running out of time on the stream, so I ended stream. But off stream, I played the challenge mode past what I did on stream, because I think I did 2 missions on stream. One thing, the presets. Remember I was bitching about the presets over and over? I felt like it was stupid. Well, after the first 2 stages, they don't give you the preset anymore. So that's one thing. Why they even give it to you in the first 2 stages, I have no idea. But they don't give it to you in the later stages of challenge mode for some reason. I don't know. I do not know. That's an odd choice to me. But at least, I figured you shouldn't have them at all. So not having them later on, I guess, is better than having it all the way through. But I don't understand why they needed it, period. So that was one thing. I was whining about that a lot, so I figured I should mention that. The stages themselves, they were fun. I felt like all of the challenge stages they had their own challenges, and they were all, I feel like they were really well done. Which is, I don't know, I kind of wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Based off of what I had played already, playing all of the normal, playing the hard, it was just basic stuff for most of it, right? The challenge modes were actually challenging, which is great in my opinion, because that was one thing that I felt was really lacking in the game. And that was like having some actual content that's pushing you and doesn't feel like you're just doing whatever you want to do for 3 seconds and then being over with. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate it. Most of the time, the stages just feel very, I don't know, like kind of almost brain dead, especially when you have pretty decent characters and stuff. But the challenge stages weren't really like that. I always felt like, I guess it was partly because some of them were evacuation. And so if you're evacuating, it's tough because they had it where it was like you had to evacuate everybody. And if you don't evacuate everybody, like if one person dies, then it's over. You got to start over, right? So that was like pretty strict. I liked it that because it made you actually feel like you had to care. Because a lot of times it doesn't really feel like you have to care too much because you can just do whatever you want. And most of the time you can just run through stuff. But not only was it you had to care because if somebody died, even just one person, you were going to start over, but also because it was actually more challenging because it was challenge mode. So the enemies were tougher. But one thing I will say, I feel like it was kind of unbalanced at the end. Okay, so spoiler alert for those who don't follow me on Blue Sky, where I already told everybody, I did not finish the challenge modes. I got to stage 4 on the first one, and I beat stage 4. So actually, I got to stage 5, I guess I should say, to the boss fight with the Dow. No, it was not happening. It was absolutely not happening. And so that's what I kind of want to discuss that a little bit too, because I felt like everything up until the boss fight, up until stage 5, was really good, but I kind of felt like they kind of overtuned the boss fight a bit, which is crazy. I know, right? I was just saying, like, I love the hard stuff. I want hard stuff. Yes, I know. It sounds like I'm talking out of two sides of my face right now. I know, I get it. But if you played that boss fight, I'm sure you probably know. And then I'm not even going to touch the other boss fight. That one was... Look, I didn't even try it because I already understood without even getting there. So I didn't even get to stage 5 on the second part, because I already knew just based off of the first boss that the second one was going to get on my nerves. Absolutely. But what I was going to say about it though was I felt like they kind of overtuned the boss. The boss had way too much damage reduction and then way too much HP. You have 15 turns. Then they also put like a whole bunch of trash mobs on the mission stage, right? It was like a good, maybe 6, 7 different enemies, and then the boss as well. Now, mind you, this is challenge mode, so everything has been, bumped up. Also, mind you, I'm only capped commander level 41, but I'll get more into that in a minute. But anyway, this is a 42 stage, so the enemies are stronger. They super gave pretty much every boss in this game. If you don't break them, you're not really doing damage to them, right? You don't break their defense, right? So, or their stability, which is what they call it here, right? So, to sit there and have to break the stability, which, by the way, she had 41 shield points, right? So 41 points before you break her stability, which is the highest I've seen by a long shot. I don't know what the other dude had in this stage 2. He probably had even more, right? So she had high stability. And even once you break her stability, you're not really doing damage. Or at least I wasn't. So it got to the point where we had what, 15 turns to finish the stage. And I was at around maybe 14 or so. And let's just say that at about 14, turn 14 out of 15 or so, I had done about 25% damage to her. So she still had 3/4 of her life left. Now, the reason for this is there's several reasons. One, the reason that I kind of alluded to when I was fighting her before we even got to the challenge mode, right? The way you fight her and the way her fight goes in general was just very annoying to deal with. It's just very, very annoying to deal with because she's constantly hitting you, and then she'll either go into the mode where she's about to do the AoE, right? Or you go into the fall, right? And she alternates between these every turn, right? But then she also has the clones, which also causes issues, right? Because you have to deal with them. You have to either get rid of them. So that means you have to use somebody to attack the clones, right? To get rid of them. Which means you have less people, or fewer people, I should say, to attack her, right? Because you're dealing with the clones. Or you just ignore the clones completely and then hope that maybe they're either just far away from you or that you can just run into them in a spot where it doesn't matter too much. But anyway, the point I'm getting at is it's very hard to focus down her in a way where it doesn't feel like you're being pressed, I guess. It's like you're constantly being pressed because it's a race against time, right? And it feels like you only actually have half of the amount of turns that they give you because the other half is luck, right? Half of the time she's in smoke. And you either have to shoot an AoE and pray that you hit her, or just have to just give up that turn, right? Now, early on, it doesn't matter as much because you're attacking the other enemies anyway to get them out of the way so that you can focus on her. But even once you get all the enemies out of the way, now you have to deal with the smoke. And so, like, you really can only really attack her when she's charging, right? That's the only guaranteed time you have where you can actually attack her. Any other time, it's kind of a luck thing. You gotta pray that something hits and reveals her, and then you gotta do damage to her. So that also means that when you break her stability, and she's broken for 2 turns, she's really only broken for 1 turn. And if that 1 turn happens to occur, like say you break her in the middle of her charge, the next turn she's in smoke, you might not get that much damage done, right? So you got to pray that maybe you can try to break her through the smoke, turn, like it's a lot. It's so much going on, right? And that's why I was saying like earlier, even before the challenge mode fight with her, she was just annoying to deal with. Now the strat that I would assume is probably best for her is to just basically get a ton of AoE, right? A ton of AoE that she's weak against, right? But then that's when I ran into my next problem, which was basically I ran out of time, right? All of this was happening with like maybe less than 24 hours left before the end of the event. So while I'm doing all of this, I'm powering up units, but then I'm also trying to level up my commander, right? My commander level. As you can see now, I'm level 41 now, right? But when I ended the stream last time, I was probably like, what, 38 or so? I had to put a lot of energy into it. All of the energy I had stored, all of those little stored energy things, and I was using collapse pieces to try to get more possible energy, and I just hit a wall. I just hit a wall. I couldn't really level up anymore. And then on top of that, you have to also use the energy to get certain stuff and to gather things, which is why today I'm going to be doing some supply missions and combat simulations, because I really need to go ahead and get to the higher levels of those, which is another issue. You know, I want to do those on stream. Why, I do not know. I guess it's just something I just wanted to do. I probably didn't have to, really. But, you know, I did the other ones on stream and I hadn't done anything. But anyway, the point is, I didn't have full levels on those either. So not only was I using a lot of energy to get materials, but I was also getting fewer materials per energy than I probably could have gotten if I had just done the missions, the higher level missions. So it was kind of a double-edged thing. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I felt like they kind of overtuned it a little bit too much. The stage before that, stage 4, it had a pretty beefy boss too, right? But it was way more doable than the final boss. And the thing is like, I really wish I could have gotten the team that I wanted to get, because at the end I was kind of trying to push Lada. I felt like Lada would have been really good for multiple reasons against that boss. I also kind of wanted to get Lita. Kind of wanted to get her, because I kind of wanted to level her up too. But like I said, I just didn't really have the resources, unfortunately. Especially since I had kind of pushed them all into my main team that I already use, that I like to use against pretty much everything. So to then basically have that team be worthless against the boss, and to have to pivot so late in the game, I really wish I had like another day or two. If I had like another day or two of time, that's another thing. I felt like it was kind of rough. This whole event was kind of rough because it's like it's the beginning of the game, right? Sure, we had like 2 weeks or so, maybe a little bit longer, to do everything, but it's the holidays, you know? So you kind of cutting into that time because it's the holidays and there's just so much going on at this time of the year. Plus, like I said, it's a new game, so everybody's trying to do various stuff. People are still learning what's optimal as far as farming, and really, like, if you're not playing, like I was playing not as much as I could have, but I feel like it would have been very hard for me to get much higher in level, even if I was playing to almost the maximum amount I could have, if that makes any sense. So basically what I'm saying is that the commander level was kind of tough to get to 42. And then even at 42, against a 42 stage that's tuned as high as that one was tuned, it probably wasn't going to feel that great anyway. So I'm curious going forward, am I going to still feel the same way? Like, am I still going to feel as though the stages are hard? Or was it just what's the word I'm looking for? A consequence or a result of all of the things that I just explained. Like, just the fact that we're all, because eventually everybody's going to hit a level where we're going to have pretty much all of our characters that we want to have, and we're not going to be feeling so stressed about, okay, which character do I need to level because I have limited resources right now because the game just started and I'm not really spending money on the game, which is another thing, by the way. I'm still free to play on the game, so maybe if I had spent a little money, I could have gotten my level higher, and maybe I would have ran through the fight, and it wouldn't even felt like a challenge, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, going forward, is it still gonna feel like a challenge, or is it just gonna be like a challenge now because we're all still in the process of leveling and getting all of our characters where we want them, and you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I guess time will tell. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I just want to see, like, they definitely have my attention though. But I wonder if they have my attention simply because of a false premise on my thought process, on my thoughts on my end, or whatever you want to call it. Like, if everything going forward is just like that, then I'm gonna like it. Now, I don't mind if it's just the challenge modes that do that and they keep everything else pretty relaxed. That's fine. But I do want to have something to, like, push forward to, you know? Like, even though I couldn't beat that, it actually made me want to play and grind the game even more. Because I will admit that I was kind of a bit worried. Because I was just blasting through everything and nothing really felt difficult. And, you know. But yeah. So that's where I'm at with things. Next stream, I'll probably get into the new event. And honestly, I kind of want to get into the campaign now that I see there's another chapter, but it's supposed to be a short stream, but I've been yippity yapping for almost 30 minutes now. My thoughts overall on the game, now that I know that there is some tough content to look forward to, it's definitely risen my opinion overall of the game. But I will say that there are some issues even beyond, like, the difficulty and stuff. I think I want to do think I'm gonna do stock bars. Issues beyond the difficulty are character wise. I don't really have a character I feel really, really connected to. There's characters that I like. I like Rosa. I like Krolik. I like Nemesis probably the most out of anybody right now. But even so, like even with that, I don't really feel like super attached to any of these characters. So that's kind of an issue for me. The other thing is that the story seems kind of disjointed, if that makes sense. Maybe it'll get better as it goes, but right now it feels very all over the place. Like even the event story went from what was happening with Ulrich and the crew to back to the MBV and Suomi just being with us and a bunch of weird stuff happening, right? But then she eventually went back. It's like a kind of a very odd transition, I guess. And the main story feels that way at times as well. Not necessarily because of weird transitions, but just like there's a bunch of stuff going on, but none of this stuff really seems, I don't know how to say it, I guess consequential, or none of the information that is provided seems very consequential. Like there's no, like there's still, like I feel like there's stuff that was brought up in basically chapter 1 that is still kind of just hanging out there, even though so much has happened since then, right? And I also feel like they kind of threw you in the middle of the story without really giving much background at all. Like it wasn't until the Suomi stuff that we kind of got more of a idea of the current state of why you as the commander aren't surrounded by all of the dials that apparently know you and have been around you and really like you, but they're not there anymore. So I guess there's a lot of background that I kind of wish that they would have gave, even if it was just in small chunks in the main campaign and not just through it a small little detail, one detail of which I feel like there's many that they could give us, right? But yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the story because I'm hoping we get some answers finally. You know, but other than that, and the character issues, other than that, the gameplay is fine. I kind of wish there was more of a, you could miss attacks or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I guess more of a kind of a random. I know I hate to say it because it doesn't really equate to skill, right? So many people don't equate it to skill, and I don't equate it to skill either. But I do wish there was more random factors. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I do wish, because everything just feels like kind of like a DPS check at the end of the day, right? An equipment check. Especially since I now know that we have limited turns, which I didn't know all this time somehow, right? Until the last 3. But yeah, I don't know. It's very, very weird. Okay, so really I only was missing this one on this. Because this one is until 45, so I could just do this real quick. That one's at what? 45 as well? Oh, the last 3 open at 45. Okay. But yeah, that's how I feel about the game. Back to the game, just back to the gameplay that I was speaking of. The other thing I was going to say about the gameplay is that I think this is pretty straightforward. You guys see I was trying to push Lotta. I got her to 30, but I couldn't break her limit because I didn't have materials. Because I was breaking everybody else's limit to get them to 41, of which I still don't have a few of them done. Yeah, I just ran out of time. I definitely wish we had gotten a few more days. But it's all good. We'll grind on this next event, and hopefully that won't happen again. But we'll see. Gameplay wise, also, I feel like sometimes the game could kind of feel, well, I guess I already said it, right? Like it could feel like a damage check. Can you do enough damage enough time? And if you can't, you lose. Instead of being able to, so then it kind of feels kind of one-dimensional. Because I feel like in situations like that, it's kind of hard to really make up for a lack of DPS, I guess. Like, I don't know why I'm really struggling with it. Like, that's just the way it is. That's just the. I was trying to look for like a different way of putting it, but I mean, that's just what it is, right? Like, if you can't do enough damage, then it doesn't matter how good your strategy is, or how much you're able to avoid dying for other reasons. Like, like you can have all the defense in the world, right? But if you can't do damage, then it doesn't really matter. Like, you can't outlast an opponent. Because if I didn't have a turn limit on the boss fight, I could have beaten her. It would have took forever, right? But I could have beaten her because she couldn't kill me. You know what I mean? Like, I killed all of her henchmen. They were all dead. And it's easy to dodge her attacks, other than the ones where, you can't dodge them, obviously. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I wish it wasn't just all about doing the damage and doing the damage fast. It might have taken me 100 turns But if I want to sit there for 100 turns and fight her and she can't kill me, then it shouldn't matter, right? It's like I guess it's like I guess I can put it as it feels like a false difficulty, right? Like it's not hard because it's hard. It's hard because it's hard to do quickly. But yeah, I know I've been blabbing a lot, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out there because I've been playing the game for a while, and I'm sure people probably, or I hope people will want to know, right? You're watching, right? You're watching. But yeah, that's all. That's all it is. Um, Others on those things. It's funny though because, like I said, I didn't even notice the turn limit until the last stream. When I said I didn't notice it, and when I was like mad because I crossed it without realizing, like I was being serious. It was not a joke at all. I played that game for over 20 something hours on stream, and not once did I notice that until it happened, right? But now seeing it and now knowing that that's literally in the entire game, I definitely feel some type of way about that. Whoa. Was she not behind the thingamajig there? Or did it not matter? Either way, he did a lot of damage. I should probably get out of the range, huh? I don't even know what's going on anymore, to be honest. I was yippity yapping so much that I kind of lost track of things. Where's her shield? He just wiped her shield out? What is going on? Why are these things so strong? Should I move her right there? Move her right here. It's weird because it was like everything was going fine. Wait, he counters. That's what's going on, huh? Does he always counter? Maybe I should kill this. I don't like how close it's getting. Maybe I should have read this dude. I was just fighting. Oh yeah, this action will trigger the enemy attack. Does it always say that too? That's curious as well. Does it always say that when they're gonna counter? Is that another thing I haven't noticed all this time? Anyway, I want to shoot this thing. Ow. Getting hit kind of hard. Suomi's over there dying. Is he still gonna counter? There he is. Weird. Feel like I should get my team more together. Just doing that, he attacked. Weird. Should move her over. I hope the let me see. Oh, I can lose too. Guess I'll attack. He's not gonna attack back for some reason. Yikes. I don't know, I'm close to losing too. He got the attack again now. Oh no, he doesn't have it anymore. All right, let's see if we can maybe kill him. Hope and pray, because this is kind of tough. Tougher than I was expecting. Big damage, big damage. Oh no, we might kill him here. I was not at all, okay, maybe not. Where are these assault devices? And where are they going? Uh-oh. Is this death? This is death, right? Yep. All right, here we go. That was actually kind of tough. But part of it was probably because I was just talking too much. And not really thinking about the fight at all. All right, so I'm good on that until I hit 45. I really need to try to hit 45, but I feel like it's gonna be tough to do quickly without spending money, right? Then even if I spend money, I feel like it's not gonna be that quick, or not as quick as I might expect. Because most packs that have energy in it only have like what 2 or 3 of those energy packs. So that's like what 180, basically one full energy charge, one full quantity of energy, since you have 180 max, right? But oh yeah, here's the new character, guys. I know I haven't showed her yet. Macchiato. She's a sniper like Nemesis. Design wise, she's okay, I guess. Nothing special to me. Which, just goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's kind of hard to really, for me personally, of course, everybody has their own opinions and stuff that they like. But for me personally, it's hard for me to find a character to really like, oh, either like, oh, she's really cool, or even, oh, she's really pretty, or oh, she's really sexy, or anything, right? Like I don't know. Like it just isn't there for me, not in this game. No connection really with any of the characters right now. Which I honestly, I will put that back on the story itself, right? The way the story is, like, I will put that back on the issues that I was saying about the story earlier. But anyway, this is a new character. This is her weapon. I'm probably going to get her weapon since I missed out on Oritz. And I only need 46 more pools to get it. Assuming that I'm pretty sure that it should carry over, right? Well, maybe it's a 50-50 or 75-25 since it's a weapon. But I feel like it should carry over, right? If I missed the 75-25 on Oryx last time, should this weapon not be 100%? I don't know, but yeah. Also, Tololo's, she has a target right now, so all you Tololo lovers got a chance to get her if you want to get more of her, or just get her period if you don't have her. Me, I'm probably just gonna get the new character. I don't know, maybe I'll play the event and maybe I'll start to really like her because of the event. Maybe the event story will make me like her. But the plan is just to get her and maybe get her weapon. And that'll be that. But if I start to like her more, maybe I'll try to get at least one more copy of her. Since apparently her first fortification is pretty good. That's another thing too. I wonder how much me not really having fortifications for like Suomi or Tololo or stuff like that. That probably has a decent amount of effect on that whole damage thing that I was talking about earlier. The whole not being able to really do as much damage as I would like. Oh yeah, another thing, we got a new character here too. And she's free. Once again, design-wise, not really my type. Personality-wise, I don't know because we haven't done the event yet, so Maybe she's in the event. I don't know. I'm waiting for that one character that knocks my socks off. But I don't know. Might not find her. But we'll see. Until then, I have my few little kind of favorites. Let's get her. She's a mechanic. Single target burst and summon. Well, she has like a pets or stuff. And she got like robots that she controls or something. Let's see. Also, as you see in the bottom right on the main thingamajig, wait, I'm going the wrong place. But down here, Platoon is here. So those are guilds. Apparently, guilds, yeah, they got added during the update. So now people can make guilds and join them. I'm not sure what exactly that does. Maybe I'll look into it later. But right now, as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any kind of like guild versus guild thing or anything like that. So, but maybe there is, and maybe I just don't know. It's very possible that I just don't know. What was I about to do? Oh yeah. Refitting. Let's check her out. Also, apparently I'm just missing what, 3 dials? I think it was 3, right? Or is it 2 now because I got was it 3 before or after I got Sabrina? But anyway, it's not too many dials that I'm missing. I think it's just a few 5 stars from the normal banner. Is this her? Papasha. The city of Warden. What? What's the city of Warden? Is this it? Heart of Protection. What's this? Oh, at the start of battle, summons a city warden near the user. What's a city warden? It's like a pet that she just has, I guess. What does it look like? Is it like a drone or something, or is it like a robot? I wish they had like a little thing. I guess I can trial her, right? I could do her trial and see. But I was thinking like maybe just like a little video or something showing you different stuff. But anyway. After either the user or the city warden attacks. By the way, if she has a summon, right? Is that like an extra ally? Or is it like is it like, do you control it? Or is it just autonomous? Does it just walk around on its own doing whatever it want to do, or do you tell it like do this, do that? I'm interested in her from a gameplay perspective. Because I don't think anybody else has anything like this so far that I've gotten anyway. Maybe one of the 3 characters that I don't have. I don't think anybody has any summons so far. Although I haven't dug deep into every last character that I have, but I'm pretty certain that I probably would have noticed that, right? Huh. Weird. And this is just her passive, so like it's just out. By the way, since it's her passive and it says at the start of battle, right? What happens if the city warden died? You just lose it the rest of the battle? Like you can't resummon it? And does it even work like that? Maybe it shares health with her. Like maybe it's just there and maybe you can't even attack it. What if it's like a flying drone in the sky that can't even be attacked or something? I don't know. I'm just guessing because I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it's a drone or a robot or whatever. By the way, these things are crazy, dude. Especially once you get like over here and it starts the gold ones. You need like 100 of them boys. Oh my goodness. Neural Helix. At least it ends, right? At a decent like point. Because I think I've gotten like to here with quite a few characters, right? So it's like it's really only just 2 more. And then you're done, right? But those last 2, ooh, I don't know for sure because I haven't even gotten around to doing this stuff, but it seemed like it's gonna be a grind fest. Especially if you want to do multiple characters. Do I have enough for a nope. Seems like it's gonna be a mess. But speaking of which, let's go do that right now. Riding on the hemline. Yeah, see, you're only getting 3 per. 5, you're getting 5 per. That's after the initial boost, right? Only getting 5 per is crazy when you need 180 to do it, right? So you need 180, but you get 5 per. And it's 20 energy. And you have max 180 energy at any one time, right? Assuming you don't boost yourself over that limit, right? Ooh, the grind. But yeah, this is what I'm here for, really. Because I'm at the point where I'm starting to need these, but I haven't done any of these because I wanted to do them on stream. So yeah, we're about to do them on stream. I'm gonna probably do all of them. So this will probably be the first. Actually, maybe I could do purple as well. I don't know. I need to do all of them, but I don't feel like doing all of that reading. But yeah, this is what 5 of them, so that'll be 100 energy, and then I'll do 1 purple, and then that'll probably be the end of the stream because I'll be out of energy. But then again, it depends on how long it takes, I guess, right? But anyway, let's get to reading, folks. Actually, I need to do. I'm trying to think, what do I need to do on Supply missions. I think I just did these, right? I kind of don't really need these anymore. I mean, I kind of do, but I need a level first. It's the issue, right? Like most everybody that I want to have 41 is at 41 already. And as well as their equipment. The only issue is if I run into a situation where I want to switch members, kind of like what I want to do at the end of the challenge mode, but I couldn't because I didn't have the supplies. So if I run into that issue, then yeah, obviously that's an issue. But as of right now, my main team is fine. So I don't really need to do too much of that. Anyway, let's read. This one seems kind of short. Thankfully. July 15th, 11 p.m. Stories from the Cellar, Part 1. Huh. Stories from the Cellar, huh? Why the cellar? Let's see here, okay. Going to a green zone. The weird thing about this is I feel like they're talking back and forth, right? But there's no like punctuation to show that they're talking. So are they talking, or is this just like you're talking down here? So what is this at the top? Is this just like a whatever? I'll just keep reading. Maybe they'll explain. A little boy named what? Oh man. I just thought about something too. I don't know. I guess it's not that important to mention, but maybe I should mention it anyway, just to be. I don't know. Let me just focus on reading. It was just something about the game that I kind of wanted to mention about the gameplay itself. Okay, fine. Let me say it. Let me yippee yap a little bit. The gameplay. Back to the gameplay that I was mentioning earlier about how I like the gameplay overall. Even though there's like certain things that I don't really care for. Overall, I do like it, and I feel like it's very good. But one thing I was thinking about was like I feel like unless I missed it, there was kind of some like I don't know. I get maybe it's just a I don't know. Maybe it's just PTSD from the boss, right? From the challenge boss, the Dow. Maybe it's just PTSD from fighting her, but it kind of made me feel like I didn't understand the system mechanics of the gameplay as much as I might have thought I did. Like that's how little damage that I was actually doing. Like I was completely shocked by how little damage I was doing. And I'm not talking about like when she's cutting 80% of the damage when she has a stability, right? Because obviously she was doing that. But I'm talking about even when I broke her stability, I still was doing basically no damage. It went from like maybe like a 0.5% of damage for an attack when she had shield up. When she didn't have shield up, I was doing like maybe 1% of damage. And I'm like, not even joking. That's how little damage that I was doing to her. It was really shocking to me. And it made me wonder, like, am I fundamentally playing this game wrong? Like, that's how little the damage was. Like I said, even once I ran out of pretty much turns, like all of my turns were pretty much gone, it was only 25% of her health gone. Over 15 turns. So that's what really threw me for a loop. Not so much that I couldn't beat her, but just how far away it seemed. Like even if you doubled my damage that I was doing, I would only been halfway, right? So it made me wonder, like, how legit. I don't know. I really wish I could see like what other people had. I'm pretty sure I could probably find it. Maybe some people posted it on YouTube or something. But just like what their gear and stuff looked like when they beat her. And I guess I wanted to know like kind of like the baseline of like what is the absolute lowest you could possibly be in and seriously content with her. You know what I mean? Because it honestly felt like you had to be way strong, which is why I said earlier I felt like they overtuned her. Because it just felt like you had to be so much stronger to beat her than you did to beat the boss from the previous evacuation mission. And so that's what I was just thinking about. I forgot that I didn't mention that I feel like I might not know exactly how the stability system completely works. And if I do, then I don't really know what to say other than what I've already said. And that it was just a whole nother level. Like so far. It was crazy. I kind of wish I actually went ahead and tried to do part 2's boss just to see how it compared. But I already know with that annoying ass AoE move that he had, that is probably going to be it's probably going to be just as annoying, if not more annoying than the dial, right? So I didn't even bother because I felt like the problem was going to be tougher. Or at least just as tough, right? And if I wasn't even close to beating her, then what makes me think that I can beat him, right? And I say him, but I think it was a robot, right? But whatever. But I guess that technically the dial's a robot as well, right? But anyway, back to the reading this. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because and then I was also thinking, like, when I thought about that, I then went back and I was looking through the tutorial information panels, that they have, and I was looking for one on the stability, and that's when I noticed that there wasn't one. So that was another thing that I wanted to say, like, how deep did the game even go into explaining it? Because I realized that I might not totally understand it, but then I also realized that it didn't seem to be a tutorial about it. So maybe that's why I didn't really understand about it, because they never really went into it all that much, right? But yeah, that's just what I was getting at. I guess I was saying I wish there was an area where I could find more information about the game systems. Or maybe there is and I just don't know. But as of right now, I don't know. She got me, like I said, maybe just PTSD. Kind of got me second guessing myself and doubting myself. Because it definitely did not seem possible. It only seemed possible if you always get her out of. Really, I'm gonna be honest. Even if you always get her out of the smoke when she goes into the fog, I'm still not sure I would have been able to do it. Because like I said, even if I doubled my damage, I probably still wasn't gonna be able to. But then at least I would probably have more chances to attack her in situations where her shield went down at the end of maybe me attacking her while she's charging up. You know what I mean? Because if you do that at the end of that turn, then that means you don't really have a chance to take advantage of it, because he goes into the smoke the next turn. So maybe it would have done, maybe it would have made a difference, but I don't know. Maybe me not being at the right level, even though I don't see how one level difference would have made that much difference either, but maybe. Who knows? Or maybe I was just supposed to be like a super grinder and be at like level 45 plus by that point, so that 42 wasn't even really an issue. And if that's the case, then it kind of goes back to the whole overtune thing, because if you say 42, it should be doable at 42, right? If the enemy units are 42, I kind of expect to be able to do it at 42, right? But maybe that wasn't the case for that particular fight. All right, now back to reading. A long, long time ago, there was a little boy named Vac. What? Huh. Okay. Should be able to run these over since higher level. We'll see. These are all bombs. I just realized that. Or at least these two are bombs. What? What? Did I double click without realizing it? What was that? I'm definitely interested to see one, if there is a challenge mode for the next event. I don't know because I haven't even touched the challenge mode. I mean, not the challenge mode, the event. I haven't even touched the event page or anything. Like, I'm not gonna touch it until probably till tomorrow? Question mark. Assuming I stream tomorrow. But whenever my next stream is. But if there is a challenge mode, I want to see how it stacks up to this one, I guess. I'm excited to see how that goes. I don't know if you guys can notice, but finding the challenge mode was a big thing for me. Like I said earlier, like I was really worried about the game because, for lack of a better word, I was worried about getting bored. Because most things just aren't that tough in this game. So having the challenge mode and having that to look forward to is a big thing. And as you can see, it's kind of on my mind. I look forward to the next challenge. I guess getting beat down and getting humbled, like maybe. Like maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was when I was beating up on all that easy stuff. You know, it has me ready to challenge the next challenge. To get where I want to be. What in the world is going on, bro? The stories from these fights, they be all over the place. I think the most interesting one to me so far is probably what's it called? Not temporary stand-in. Is it the Wanderer? No, the Final Command. Yeah, this one. The one where they brought everybody together for a mission and whatnot. Even though I've only done the first part of it, it seems the most interesting so far. Like it could actually have a pretty interesting story. I mean, they're all like interesting enough in their own way. But like I'm really, really interested in this one. Hmm? What? I also don't like the lack of quotations when they're talking and stuff. What am I doing? Just kill his thing. The classic. Just kill them all. Why was that not a? Was it? I feel like sometimes the line of sight, or however you want to call it, can be weird. Because why is this white or gray or whatever you want to call it? Like, why is this not? You know what I mean? Like, why is cover causing the issue right here? The thing is that now that I'm targeting it, it's not gray anymore, right? What is that? Does it always do that when you target something? I never noticed that either. I thought it stayed gray, but maybe not. But anyway, the point is, why am I not? Like this doesn't look like this should be something that should obstruct, right? That's just weird. Just something, just just me nitpicking. I mean, the rules are the rules at the end of the day. I don't really care that much. But especially since it works both ways anyway, it's not like it's like that for me, but not for the enemy. But that's still kind of weird. Hmm. Should I even bother with shielding? Might as well. Hmm. Wish I could shoot through walls. That'd be a cool character. What was there a character that can like shoot through stuff? Like it could just be just one ability. It doesn't have to always be possible. But it'd be cool if it was like a non AoE move that you can just aim through like walls and stuff. Like, cause I know you can, bypass walls with like AoE, right? Like this. But what if it was something where it was just like a single target bullet, shoot it through a wall and ignore cover and stuff. Ignore line of sight because you always have line of sight. I wonder if a character has something like that already. What if one of the characters that I don't have had that? That'd be cool. Blow them up. It's very interesting though because I don't know, my mind is kind of just, I guess because I've been talking so much about how I feel about the game and stuff, my mind is kind of still on that to a partial degree. And so I'm kind of thinking about that again just now. But I was just thinking about, I guess technically, remember I was saying about like the bullet thing? I guess technically Krullet could do it, right? But actually, no, she can't because she stops at walls, right? If she hits a wall, she stops. So she can't just shoot through the wall. So I guess it's not really the same. But what I was thinking was I was just thinking what was I thinking? I've lost it because of the crawling thing now. See, my mind's all over the place. But I was thinking about about the equipment sets. And remember what I was saying earlier about how I felt like everything basically just came down to a damage check, like DPS check or whatever you want to call it in this game. And I was thinking about for some reason I made the connection just now when I was thinking about the equipment sets, because I was thinking about Groza's and how hers boosts damage depending on where you shoot it, and while I was shooting with her. But anyway, the point is I was thinking about equipment sets, and I realized that the majority of the equipment sets, the set's effect is what? Damage, right? You know how like other games have equipment sets that do stuff like boost healing or whatever it may be, more HP, stuff like that. What does this game have? All damage, right? I think that kind of says something, right? Or at least to me it says something. Because like I just said earlier, everything is DPS related in this game. It all comes down to a DPS check. So I feel like they kind of see like it's kind of pointless to do anything else, right? Like maybe they're kind of telling us in the slight way without really telling us, just based off of here are these. I think there's literally only one set that doesn't. Actually, let me go. Let's go look right now. Cause maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, right? Maybe I'm incorrect. Well, hold on. Let's not do. We can go over here and do it. But so these are the set effects. When enemy target is not near cover, increases damage. When enemy target is near cover, increases AoE damage. Deals 15% increased damage to targets with phase element debuffs. So I guess you can kind of say this one is I mean, it is more damage, right? Let's not get that twisted. It is more damage, but at least it's kind of debuff based, right? If the active skill exploits a phase weakness, gains phase boost 1 for 1 turn before the attack. What does phase boost 1 do? It increases phase damage by 10%. So basically, it boosts damage, right? If it exploits 2 phase weaknesses, increases damage dealt by 10%. You know what I was thinking? One, I'm curious. What is phase damage? Is phase damage elemental damage of some kind, right? I would assume that's what it is. So like if it's physical, it's not gonna touch it, right? That's my assumption anyway. But also, I think I might want to try to switch. Well, I don't know. It's so. But anyway, let's keep going. Emergency repair. Okay, so basically, this is the only one that I personally felt like wasn't really, but actually maybe this one too. So there's 2 out of how many? Because these are all just boosts, right? Damage, 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 damage. So there's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of 12, 2 of them are not damage related. 2. That's 1/6, which is what, like 16% or something like that? I don't really, my math is probably not mathing right now because it's almost 2 a.m. So apologies if I'm incorrect there, but I believe that's about right. But anyway, that's, you see what I'm saying though? Like damage, 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 damage. And then what are the ones that aren't damaged? Okay, this one. For ally units, HP is fully healed by an active skill. So we're assuming that, you know, this is for healers. So if a healer heals somebody and they get fully healed, it restores 2 points of their stability index. Stability index is their shield/defense thing, which I've been going on about earlier. At the end of the day, doesn't do much, right? I mean, getting a stability index boost isn't horrible if all else fails, right? I feel like this would be best for a character like Cold Fiend, who really all she does is heal. Like everything she does is heal. And her one like attack really was basically her basic attack, right? It really isn't a damage dealer in the slightest. Like in that case, maybe you could probably use this for her. But if it's just like somebody like Suomi, or even somebody like Cheetah, who actually have damage abilities, I don't really know if this will really do anything, right? So then there's this one. When using defense skills, additionally applies area defense 2, which gets rid of AoE damage, right? So this is a defense. This one was a healing one. This one is a defense one. I don't know. I think the fact that over 80% of the sets are damage based, I think it should tell you something. It's funny because I just thought about it, you know. Like I was making my points earlier about how I felt about the game just off of how I felt from playing it, just playing it. Like not even really trying to like analyze it on a deeper level, but literally just what I felt as a player just playing it. And what I said was that it basically felt like everything came down to a DPS check. And then I thought about the set effects, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Every set is damage. Every set is helping you try to get to that DPS that you need to pass all of those DPS checks. That's what it feels like. It was just a funny coincidence, I guess, that I had thought about just randomly while we were doing that last mission. But I did not give them as much credit, right? I shortchanged them on credit a little bit because I did say it was only one set. Because I only remember one set being non-damage, but it was actually two. So yeah, it was two guys. Remember that, two, not one. But yeah, the other 10, yeah. All right, let's go. 5-3. So I'm gonna do this one, these other two, and then I'm gonna do one of Final Command, and then that'll be 80 energy that I've used, right? Maybe by the time I do all of that, I might have the other 7. So maybe I'll do 2 Final Commands, or maybe I'll find something else to do on the side, whatever. But after that, I'm gonna end the stream. I've already been streaming way longer than I was expecting to stream, partially because I yipped the yap, and like I'm still doing right now. Way more than I probably need to be, but gotta get those thoughts out there. I've been holding them back because, I wanted to play more of the game. I wanted to see everything that the game had to offer first. I didn't want to completely not have the total picture, you know what I mean? Like, I still don't quite have the total picture, I feel like. Because there's still a few things that I haven't really touched on too much. Mainly, like, practically, like, the boss fight. I barely have done boss fights. I barely have done arena. I barely done this over here. What is it? Peak value assessment. Expansion drills, I barely done either. So, as far as, like, I have done them, except for arena. I still haven't touched arena at all. But everything else I've done at least once. But just doing it once doesn't necessarily mean you have the whole picture. But everything else, I've done. But I wanted to get, I just wanted to, have as much of a picture as I could before I started yippity yapping. I felt like today was the day to do it because the first event was over, so we got a taste of an event. We got a taste of the challenges and challenge mode and all that. Felt like now was the time. Because as far as like the main content, the non-side grindy content, I feel like I pretty much touched on the greater part of it, if not all of it, right? So, I had to get those thoughts out there while they were still pretty fresh, right? because otherwise you start to lose some of the things you were going to mention or whatever. So just wanted to get it on out there, out into the world. Anyway, let's go. 5-3. Let's see. Stories from the abandoned library now. So I'm assuming that they moved from the cellar to the library. Like I thought when they said stories from the such and such, they were saying like I thought it was like more of like a title, like Tales from the Crypt or you know what I mean? Something like that, you know what I mean? Like I didn't think they were actually saying like, no, this is the location that they're in. Like, okay, fair enough. What? What is going on? What is going on? Huh? Um. Huh? Huh? Like I'm following the story, right? Like the story itself isn't the issue, right? I guess it's just kind of like, I don't know, whatever. I just let them rock, I guess. But it's very surprising, like, that they decided to go with this for it, I guess. This is the story they decided to go with for this one. Like, this dude basically telling his sister a bedtime story type deal. It's like, even if they end it with like a big, oh no, his sister dies at the end, or oh no, they don't get into the green zone. Like, it feels like it's gonna be kind of not as impactful because the story is mostly about, not about them, right? It's not focused on them, it's focused on him telling her this story. So no matter what happens at the end, when they, you know, do whatever it is that they do at the end, it's not gonna really feel that important. Like, I'm looking more forward to the end of the fairy tale that he's telling, more so than I am to the end of their story, right? Thought he said he was gonna guide them. Go guide them, and then all you do is tell them where to go. What? So they didn't gave all her light away. Mm. This is those two, right? I don't know why I'm like studying this so much, I guess. Because like I keep saying, it's really not that much of an issue. I should be able to handle most of this, if not all of this. With relative ease. Whoops. Mm. Whoops. Okay, whatever. I thought I had her other move. But no, I don't. Two hours in. All right, it's the last one, guys. Stories from the first aid station. Part 1. How is it a part 1 if this is the last one? There is no part 2, right? Or is there something else that's about to happen that I don't know about? Oh, there's part 2 right there. Okay. I was like, huh? Fair enough. What? Anyway. Bro, so we don't end the story? That's the end? What is going on, man? What is really going on right now? What? I don't know. Maybe they're gonna add more later or something. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's one behind us too. How many enemies is it? 8. Not that bad. Let's see. Shoot him. Good. Shoot him. We just kill him. Actually, let's kill him. Can't kill him. Whoa. Hmm. I feel like he has so much HP compared to the other ones. Maybe grows it just does no damage. Possible. Alrighty. Now I can also auto, which is cool. And get 5 per. Oh, the icon changed. Okay, so let's do final command. For those that don't remember, it was a group of people that got pulled together, and well, a group of like bounty hunters got pulled together, and they were tasked with a mission that they basically didn't get a lot of information on, and it's all hush hush, secret. And all the bounty hunters are wondering why it's so secretive and why it's paying so well and why it seemingly is so dangerous because nobody has come back from trying to do the mission. And so, yeah, that's how it started off. They pointedly made the. That's interesting. They pointedly made the distinction to say, or the whatever. They purposely, firmly. Anyway, the point is, they said it's a female dial. Why the distinction? Are there male dials? I don't think I've run into one yet. Maybe there are. It was just interesting to me that they say that, female dial. I would thought they would just say dial, right? Because all dials are female, are they not? Maybe they aren't. Maybe there are male dials, and maybe I just haven't seen a male dial. Or maybe I have seen the male dial and I didn't know it was a dial. That was just interesting to me. At this point, it just, stuck out. Huh. Weird. Also, it looks like I got to 40 energy now because I've been taking so long. So I'll be doing another one of these too. And then I guess we'll end it. I may or may not be back tomorrow. I'm not totally sure, It's still the holidays, so who knows? Though I probably, if I had to guess, I would say I probably will be back. Tomorrow, that is. And by tomorrow, I really mean later today, since it's already well into the night for me. But yeah. Is it me or... Oh, wait, this is Swami. I thought this was someone else. I was like, why is her damage so low? Yeah, it's getting late. And I'm getting pretty tired if it's not noticeable. So, pardon me if I start acting odd. Yeah, we're almost done though, so. kind of wild how like none of these stories seem like they're gonna actually finish. I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling a certain way after the last one. But it definitely feels like some things are going on here. It's making me wonder if they're gonna add more stages at some point. Like it feels like they're almost definitely going to, right? Unless the whole point was just to make a whole bunch of stories that don't have a conclusion, which would be odd, right? But I mean, there's still 2 more parts to this, so maybe it does have an ending. It just doesn't feel like we're really getting to it because the 2 of them are still out there by themselves. And I figure it's not gonna end until everybody's there, right? Whoop. What? I'll be honest, I honestly didn't think I was gonna stream for more than about an hour. So to already be at 2.5, way more of a stream than I was expecting. But it happens, I guess. It happens, it happens. Alright, I got 2 energy left, which is perfect. Bash display, huh? Also have 0 support dials. Maybe I should put some support dials down. I'm almost at 60. I wonder, let me see something. Oh, I guess not, huh? Wait, that said calibration enhancement. So is that like the because right now I just have calibration, right? And then anytime I recalibrate, it just changes the values. But if it's calibration and enhancement, does that mean it boosts the values instead of just completely switching them? Because that would be more like what I originally expected. What is this? Oh, guns. Are these oh yeah, these are targeted. How many targeted are there? One. This is 680. How much is this again? This is $10. There's pretty much 9 days left. By the way, why didn't I get this? Oh, that's just unlocked. What do I want? Collapse piece? I feel like I'm about to be doing a lot of these anyway, so I don't know if I guess I could take these. Or these. Probably these. There are one. There's the guns. Some energy. So there's only like 4. What is it? Oh. There's only like 4 access interesting. Small chance of getting 50 collapse pieces. 4% chance of getting 50. That's not bad. Probably very unlikely to happen though, right? I mean, it's exactly 4% chance of happening. So in theory, you're only expected to get it once every 25 times, right? Unless you get lucky. I don't know if I would want to purchase this or not. Maybe I would though, huh? A gold weapon for practically anybody really isn't something to scoff at. Not that I know which one I would even try to get. I don't even know which one of these I want. But yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this on up. I streamed way longer than I was expecting to anyway. Actually, I think we have, wait a minute, what was that? Oh yeah, I forgot. New outfit too for macchiato, and then limited Tololo. That's a cute swimsuit. A cute one piece. I missed out on the other swimsuits. I mean, outfits. But yeah, one of them was a swimsuit. I just couldn't bring myself to go ahead and get them. Mainly because of what I said earlier. The Crawley one was too similar to her normal outfit for me. And the Suomi one was fine, but I don't really care for Suomi all that much as a character. So I just couldn't justify getting it, even though I wanted to justify it. I wanted to go ahead and this isn't too bad. Getting 5 access and getting 3 energy. Honestly, just the energy alone was pretty good. There's not a lot of packs that even really give energy. And then when they do give it, it's not a whole bunch. But this is a good one too. This is a really good one, actually. What is this? Oh, Kiss for Macchiato. Right, this is 2. But really the value is in the other stuff where it's like the energy's just thrown in, right? 5 here, but it's $50, right? Like getting 3 for $5 is pretty good. What is this? What's access key for? Oh, access key as in which color? Yeah. Sorry, it's late. It's late. This is selectable. Yeah, I have all of them. But you can get 4 or 5. This is a good one. This is $5 for 5. But then you sit back and think about it, right? It's like, okay, 5, right? But each one is only 60. So 5 would only be 300. And 300 energy, like, doesn't really go that far as far as leveling. Like if you were trying to level, right? 300 energy doesn't go that far for a level. 300 energy is 300 experience. And 300 experience isn't that much. Not at level 41 anyway. That's probably like about 10 to 15%, maybe 20%. I really push it. You had to do that about 5 times, maybe more, right? But you don't have 5 of these boxes to buy. You got 1 box. So I don't know. Where you really can get into it is buying energy just straight up from the game itself, right? Using collapse pieces. But that gets kind of expensive the more you go along. And it also doesn't really add up to too much. Like, I think you can do that, like 9 times? So you get like 500 energy a day. 500-ish. And that's if you spend all of it, and by the end, you're spending like, I think it was like 200 for like 60 energy or something like that. Like, it's basically whale mode at that point, right? If you're going to be buying the collapse pieces to do that. This is new. This is good because this kind of matches just for macchiato though, huh? I was thinking this kind of matches Nemesis pretty well, to be honest. More so than macchiato. Either way, I like the way it looks. It's better than this. It's just like a toy gun, right? Which is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a toy water gun type situation. But I don't know. I don't really care for it. Not enough to put $6 down on it. That's actually crazy. I just noticed that it is $6. Like, and it's on sale. Yikes. $6 is kind of pricey for a model of a gun, right? Or a skin, as they call it. That's crazy. I actually didn't notice the price. I guess because I didn't care about this at all. So I never looked at the price. But it being $6 is pretty wild. I feel like this should be no more than about $199. Maybe I could see $299 and not be like, once you get past $299, you get to $399. I'm starting to feel like you're charging too much. But I feel like $399 is probably the absolute limit of what I would be like. Even though I think it's a little pricey, I would still be like, okay, $399, right? $499, you really pushing it, right? You get to $499, you're super pushing it. But for the best of the best ones that I really like, $499 would be okay, fine. But $599, and then that's 17% off. So they're trying to say that they're basically giving you a deal. They're saying the real prices for these are $799. I mean $699. Sorry, $699. So $7. I'm gonna be honest with you. At $7, I will probably never buy one of these. At $5.99, I would probably never buy one of these. $4.99, if it was something that I really, really like, $4.99, I would do it. But if we were at like $2.99, $3.99, I would probably be willing to buy most, if not all, just off of the fact of collecting them, right? Because it's a price point where it's like, $2 or $3, I can toss that at them and just say forget about it, right? And even if it's like 10 of them, right? 20, 30 bucks. But 10 of these, that's $60. That's pretty steep. Like they want to really, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would ever buy one. I really don't think I would ever buy one. Because the thing is that it's like you have to think about it from the perspective of when am I going to see the gun, right? I'm only going to see it in battle or in like what's it called? The refitting room, right? Other than that, I'm not gonna see it. Now, we battle a lot, so you can see it pretty often, right? Not saying you won't see it at all, but even then, it's like it's not gonna be the focus. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't do it. Like, who's really looking at your sword while you're in the middle of a fight? To the point where it matters if it's purple or if it's just black and basic. I don't know. It feels just like a like at least the outfit. Like the outfit is like a whole new. By the way, I saw someone showing like it was crazy because I'm pretty sure that the outfits change the cutscene for the ultimates, right? Which sounds obvious, right? Sounds like duh, yeah, of course it would, right? But it's just something that I didn't think about. And it's not something that's actually, I guess I'm used to Nikkei, right? And Nikkei doesn't always change, like they don't change their ultimate scenes, even when they change outfits, right? You have to buy the super premiums in order to get changes to the ultimate scene on Nikkei. But on here, I feel like just any old outfit probably changes it, right? Which, that's really cool. The point I'm trying to make to you is that instead of buying a weapon skin, why not just add another, what, $10 tops? Well, I guess about $12 if you're getting the most expensive ones, and then just get a whole new outfit. And not only can you get that outfit and wear it in battle, wear it in the refitting room, but also wear it in dorms. That's the thing. Like, I don't think the guns are going to appear in dorms, right? But anyway, I just feel like the value in the outfit is way more than the value in just a gun. Which is why it's kind of hard to expect us to pay almost half of a discounted outfit in order to get a gun. I don't know. Point is, I think it's pricey. But thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate y'all as always. It's almost been 3 hours. I can't believe I've actually streamed this long. I did not expect to stream this long at all. But I don't know. I guess I was yippity yapping too much or something. I don't know. Something happened. Because I looked up and 3 hours had gone by. I was expecting to only stream about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We're almost double that now. Bruh. Why is there a picture of her feet right there? They're like, oh, picture of her face. Okay. Picture of her torso / breast. Okay, it's kind of weird, but okay. It's kind of focusing on the swimsuit, right? And then, of course, a picture of her feet. Now, that's where it's like, wait a minute. That was just kind of wild, right? Like, okay. And when I say weird, I don't mean like weird as in like weird by the devs per se. I mean weird as in like it would be weird to take a picture like that, right? Like weird for the person who took the picture like that. Like why would a person take a picture of just some feet? Unless they're trying to do some devious things. Or like a picture of just a torso. A picture of her face, obviously, you know, we take pictures of our faces all the time, right? Nothing weird about that one. That's funny. This is this I guess this kind of reminds me of the Groza one. Because Groza has something similar to this, right? Kind of like fancy ballroom type. Actually, was it even called ballroom as well? Oh no. Sangria. Succulents. I guess hers is more kind of like a Chinese dress, I guess. Traditional Chinese dress. But anyway. I do want this. I'm probably gonna buy this as. Actually, I say probably, but I'm going to buy it. There's no probably to it. I'm going to get it. Before this 40 days are up, I'm going to get this outfit. It's the only one that even remotely feels worth it to me at this point. Maybe I'll want to get this once I get to know more about this character. And then Tololo, I mean, it's a cute little one piece, but I don't really care much for Tololo as a character. So, kind of Suomi situation, right? Anyway, I'm done yippity yapping, guys. I'm gonna go get some rest. I think it's almost about 3 a.m. Something like that. I don't know. It's late. I actually don't know what time it is right now. But I think that's about right. Like I said, I might stream tomorrow. I might not. We'll see. Don't hold it against me if I don't. Because I'm telling you guys now, there's a chance I might not. But there's a chance that I might. So you know what you should do? You should follow me on Blue Sky. That way you can see when I post and you'll know that I'm streaming. See? Easy. Or you can just follow me here on Twitch if you don't already. And they'll notify you personally when I go live. Either situation, either or you can just do both. Have double the protection, right? You'll never miss a stream. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Yeah, Girls Frontline 2, solid game. Solid game. I'm gonna be playing for a while yet. There's nothing, no big issues that I can see. You know, all the issues I have are little small details that, at the end of the day, is just just things that I observe that I may not necessarily care too much about, right? Or care too much for, rather, or about, because sometimes it's about to, but. Well, yeah, small things, small nagging things that may or may not be able to be changed in the future. We'll see. So, yeah, Rhapsody Quartet. We'll be hopping into that on the next stream. I'm gonna get out of here for the 15th time that I've said it. We're gonna make it happen for real this time, guys. You see that? The sound is gone. You hear it? No, you don't hear it because it's gone. It's gone. Y'all know what that means. It means it's time for me to get up out of here. I dropped 0 frames today. 0. Listen to my voice. 0. 0. That's big. If you watch this stream, you know that's big. Why? Because every freaking stream I drop frames. I drop them. I drop them. Every stream. Oh, man. Every stream, man. I tell you. But yeah, so being at 0 right now is serious. That's good. Funny that it happens now. It makes me feel like it might be partially a traffic thing. Maybe because I'm streaming so late, my ISP isn't being blown up. And so that means I'm not dropping frames because they're not being overloaded or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's just a luck thing. Or maybe I just had bad luck for like 5 streams in a row. Maybe. But I'm going to get up out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay safe. All right. Later, folks. Peace. Yo, Girls Frontline 2 is pretty fun. All right. Peace.